So it was supposed to be me, Kendall, Hailey, and Bella. And Bella was supposed to be Blossom, but she wasn't in LA at the time because we've been planning to do the Powerpuff Girls. And so I just discovered that. I'm like, wait, what? There's a black Powerpuff Girl.
Buckle up, besties. Today we're diving deep into Hollywood's most calculated friendship circle, where nothing is quite what it seems, and everyone's got an agenda longer than the line at Erewhon on a Sunday morning. We're talking about Hailey Bieber and her so-called ride or dies, Kendall Jenner and Bella Hadid. Like, are these connections genuine, or are they just as manufactured as Hailey's effortless glazed donut aesthetic? Let's get into it. First things first, let's talk about this squad that's more carefully constructed than a Rhode skincare routine. Hailey likes to present this image of lifelong sisterhood with Kendall and Bella. But honey, we've done our homework, and the timeline is shadier than Justin's Instagram comments section. The foundation of Hailey and Kendall's friendship supposedly dates back to around 2013, according to the Justin Bieber wiki. But here's where it gets juicy. Before Hailey locked Justin down with that speedrun marriage, Kendall reportedly had her own thing with Biebs. That's right. Reports suggest Kendall and Justin casually dated approximately 3 years before his marriage to Hailey. Imagine being besties with someone who hooked up with your future husband. That's like letting a fox babysit your chickens and then acting shocked when feathers start flying. The fact that Hailey maintained this friendship while plotting her way into Justin's heart tells you everything you need to know about her strategic approach to relationships. This girl was playing chess while the rest of us were playing checkers. But wait, it gets even more awkward. During an Instagram Live in April 2020, Kendall spilled some scalding hot tea when Justin asked if she saw their marriage coming. Her response? Kendall admitted, "Honestly, no," before awkwardly backpedaling with, "I didn't know. I think I hoped. Obviously, Hales is my lady, my best friend." Notice how she said, "I think I hoped." Not even Kendall can commit to pretending she saw this relationship coming. That's like me saying, "I think I hoped my milk wouldn't spoil after leaving it out for 3 days." We all know the truth, honey. The friendship origin stories get even more suspect when you hear how Justine Skye, another member of this oh-so-exclusive circle, describes meeting Hailey.
It was so many years ago. I think we're going on like maybe 6, 7 years of our friendship. And it's kind of really embarrassing, but we were out and then I was like, I wasn't feeling well and I threw up in her place.
Okay, so Hailey helped clean up vomit. Cool story, but let's be real. This sounds like the bare minimum of human decency being spun into some epic friendship origin tale. That's like saying someone's your soulmate because they held the elevator for you. But I guess when your entire personality is being Justin Bieber's wife, any friendship narrative that makes you seem relatable is worth clinging to. Bella Hadid's entry into this friendship circle is even more sus. While Kendall and Hailey have years of history, complicated as it may be, Bella seems to have been absorbed into this group without much explanation. Is she genuinely close with Hailey, or is she primarily there through her connection with Kendall? The research is suspiciously light on details about how these two became besties. What we do know is that they've been photographed together at various events, including a Versace fashion shoot in Cavallo, a French island. But being colleagues doesn't automatically make you BFFs, despite what Hailey's Instagram would have you believe. That's like saying I'm besties with the barista at my local Starbucks because we interact professionally 3 times a week. The most compelling evidence of their friendship comes from February 2025, when Hailey, Bella, and Stassi Kura-Nicolau shared a 3-way kiss at a party for Bella's Frankie's Bikinis collection launch. This feels like such obvious performative friendship for the gram, you know, the kind of thing you do when the cameras are rolling to prove how close you are. It's giving we need content for social more than genuine connection. Remember when celebrities used to just, I don't know, hang out without documenting every moment? Hailey clearly didn't get that memo. Her entire friendship circle exists as much for content creation as it does for actual emotional support. Every girl's trip is meticulously planned and photographed, like this one Justine Skye mentioned.
Oh, I know where we were. We were there for Hailey's, it was Hailey's birthday. We were just out there just having a nice girl fun time, celebrating.
Have you guys already planned what your next girls trip is going to be when everyone is like free to travel again?
A group chat dedicated to planning Instagram-worthy girls trips? How very authentic. That's like having a relationship solely to have someone to split the Netflix subscription with. Even their Halloween costumes reek of calculated aesthetics over genuine friendship. Listen to how Justine describes their Powerpuff Girls costumes. They had to lie about Blossom being sick because Bella wasn't available. This is friendship as performance art, people. They were more committed to getting the cute group costume pick back, than to waiting until everyone was actually available. That's like ordering a birthday cake for someone and eating it yourself because they couldn't make it to their own party. And apparently Kendall is the taskmaster, making sure everyone follows through with these photo ops. Kendall being called the glue is so telling. She's not the emotional support. She's the project manager, making sure everyone fulfills their contractual friendship obligations. That's like calling your alarm clock the motivation in your life. Technical truth, but missing the whole emotional point. Even Justin and Hailey's wedding was turned into a content opportunity for the squad. Listen to what Justine reveals happened at the reception. A choreographed dance number for the wedding? These girls weren't supporting their friend on her big day. They were auditioning for their own reality show. That's like showing up to a funeral with a PowerPoint presentation about your career achievements. Read the room, ladies. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the February 2025 Road pop-up store launch in Los Angeles. According to reports, no celebrities other than Justin and Hailey Bieber attended this event. Where were the ride or die besties during this major business milestone? Nowhere to be found. This absence is particularly sus when you consider that other celebrities have attended Hailey's brand events in the past. Jordan Woods attended Hailey's Road lip tint launch party in Paris in October 2023, proving that Hailey can attract celebrities to her events when it suits the narrative. So why weren't Kendall and Bella there? Were they distancing themselves from whatever was happening with Justin at the time? Did they know something about the state of the Biebers' marriage that made them reluctant to play the supportive bestie role? Let's be crystal clear about one thing. Justin Bieber has been looking rough lately. And I don't mean, oh, he skipped his morning smoothie, rough. I mean concerning, alarming, someone check on this man rough. Reports describe him as hollow-eyed and gaunt, with particular attention drawn to a disturbing live stream where he appeared shirtless and unwell. Insider sources claimed he was manic, not sleeping, and hardly eating, which is basically the opposite of a glowing endorsement of married life with Hailey, wouldn't you say? Of course, Justin's representative denied hard drug use and insisted he was in one of the best places in his life, but we all know PR statements are about as reliable as gas station sushi. That's like when a reality star posts, "Living my best life," right? After getting caught cheating, we can see through the damage control, sweetie. What makes this situation extra spicy is the timing. Justin's concerning appearance coincided with two major events: Selena Gomez's engagement to Benny Blanco in December 2024 and Hailey's February 2025 Road pop-up. That's not just bad timing, that's karma working overtime. Speaking of Selena, let's talk about the elephant in every room the Biebers enter: Justin's lingering feelings for his ex. In numerous interviews, Justin has spoken candidly about the significance of his relationship with Selena. During one particularly revealing conversation, he reflected, "Excuse me?" This man straight up admitted on camera that his relationship with Selena was the best part of his teenage years. Can you imagine being Hailey and hearing your husband say that? That's like your partner framing a photo of their ex and hanging it above your marital bed. The disrespect is astronomical, and this wasn't some ancient interview from before they got together. Justin continues to make his feelings about Selena painfully obvious, even years into his marriage. When Selena got engaged to Benny Blanco in December 2024, sources reported that Justin felt a sting upon hearing the news. A sting? Honey, he should have been over her years ago. That's like me still being upset about my middle school crush getting married. Move on, Biebs. The fact that Justin is still emotionally invested in Selena's love life while married to Hailey says everything about the state of the Bieber marriage, and none of it is good. But wait, it gets worse. After Selena's engagement, Justin shared a meme featuring Gollum from The Lord of the Rings, gazing at a ring, captioned, "Girls on social media when they get engaged." This was widely interpreted as a dig at Selena, given the timing and their history. He also posted a selfie with Hailey accompanied by Lizzie McAlpine's song All My Ghosts, which includes lyrics about lingering memories of an ex. This is not normal behavior for a happily married man. This is the digital equivalent of drunk texting your ex at 2 a.m. while your spouse sleeps next to you. And you know Kendall and Bella have witnessed the fallout from these petty moves during Hailey's private gatherings. Can you imagine the tension when Justin's passive-aggressive posts about Selena come up in conversation? That's like bringing up politics at Thanksgiving dinner guaranteed drama. Justin has been remarkably forthcoming about the emotional damage from his relationship with Selena. In one painfully honest moment, he revealed,
"I did something that really hurt him. I did something very immature and stupid. It damaged the idea of me for you."
Yeah, I think so too.
She went out and did things that hurt me. And so it was just this hurt. She hurt me. And then before tour, we just really stopped talking. I was really upset.
The fact that he's still processing this relationship years into his marriage to Hailey is a major red flag. That's like trying to build a house on quicksand. The foundation is unstable, honey. And as Hailey's friends, Kendall and Bella have front row seats to this emotional train wreck. What's particularly fascinating is how these unresolved feelings might manifest during private gatherings. When the cameras are off and the carefully crafted social media narrative pauses, does Justin bring up Selena? Does he compare Hailey to her? Do Kendall and Bella witness uncomfortable moments between the couple when Selena's name comes up? Based on the evidence, I'm betting yes to all of the above. And that would explain Kendall's awkward, honestly no response when asked if she saw their marriage coming. She probably witnessed Justin pining for Selena right up until the moment he proposed to Hailey. That's like watching someone order a burger while staring longingly at the pizza. Everyone knows what they really want. Beyond the Selena situation, there are also serious concerns about Justin's health. Social media posts showing him smoking what appeared to be a joint and pulling from a bong have fueled speculation about substance use. A public appearance on March 26, 2025 in Los Angeles, where he looked disengaged, added to the narrative of a troubled state. Fan reactions to Justin's appearance have been mixed. Some express concern while others defend him, attributing changes to normal aging or the stress of parenthood. A Reddit discussion titled, "Can we stop speculating about JB's health and looks?" showcases this division. But here's the thing. Random Reddit users only see what Justin chooses to share online. Kendall and Bella see the unfiltered reality at private gatherings. They know if Justin is actually just tired from being a dad, or if there's something more concerning happening. They witness his interactions with Hailey behind closed doors, without the benefit of carefully selected camera angles and Instagram filters. And let's not forget that in March 2025, Justin posted about anger issues on social media. This public admission suggests serious underlying issues in the marriage, issues that Kendall and Bella would have witnessed firsthand. The persistent rumors about tension in the Bieber marriage add another layer to this situation. Reports indicate Hailey works all the time, while Justin chills with friends and spends time with their son. Even more concerning, friends have allegedly advised Hailey to leave Justin, hoping fatherhood would change him, but it hasn't stuck. If friends are advising Hailey to leave Justin, who do you think those friends might be? Kendall and Bella are prime candidates, given their close relationship with Hailey. And that would explain their notable absence from the road pop-up. They're distancing themselves from a situation they know is toxic. Think about the position Kendall is in, specifically. She reportedly had her own thing with Justin before he married Hailey. She knows him intimately. She's seen how he operates in relationships. If Justin is exhibiting concerning behavior in his marriage, Kendall would recognize the patterns better than most. That's like an ex-employee warning you about a toxic workplace. They know exactly what they're talking about. For Bella, the situation is slightly different, but no less complex. As someone who's been through her own high-profile relationship ups and downs, she likely recognizes the signs of a troubled partnership. And as someone in Kendall's inner circle first and Hailey's second, her loyalties might be more divided than they appear on Instagram. What's particularly telling is how Kendall and Bella have navigated their public association with the Biebers during this tumultuous period. While they've maintained their friendship with Hailey, Kendall was seen having dinner with her at Sushi Park in April 2025. They've been noticeably absent from major Bieber events. Let's break down the February 18th, 2025 road pop-up event in Los Angeles, shall we? This event, which included a dinner at Funky Restaurant in Beverly Hills, wasn't just about promoting overpriced barrier cream. It was Hailey's attempt to project an image of marital bliss and business success during a period when both were reportedly on shaky ground. The styling choices alone tell you everything you need to know about the image management happening here. Hailey wore a clinging black leather Ferragamo mini dress with strappy high-heeled shoes, a look that screams, "I'm a serious businesswoman who definitely isn't worried about my husband's mental health or lingering feelings for his ex." Meanwhile, Justin showed up in an oversized black and red Sixers jersey, super baggy light wash, jeans, and clunky black boots, basically hiding his much-discussed weight loss under clothes that could fit three of him. This style disconnect is like showing up to a formal dinner with your partner wearing a ball gown while they're in pajamas. It screams, "We are not on the same page." And you know Kendall and Bella clocked this immediately. As fashion industry insiders, they would recognize these styling choices for exactly what they are, visual evidence of a couple moving in completely different directions. The social media performance surrounding the event was equally desperate. Justin marked Valentine's Day with loved-up snaps, captioning one post, "Happy Valentine's Day from the Biebers," to his nearly 300 million followers. Post-event, he shared recaps via Instagram stories, writing over a fan video. Vibes were tangible at Road Pop-Up, accompanied by firework and flame emojis. This carefully curated content was broadcasting "everything is fine" at a volume that practically confirms the opposite. It's like posting 17 anniversary tributes to your spouse the day after they caught you texting your ex. The overcompensation conversation is the confession. But here's where it gets really interesting: the notable absence of Kendall and Bella from this major event. As we established earlier, these are supposedly Hailey's ride-or-die besties. They've been there for other road events and personal milestones. Their absence from the LA pop-up speaks volumes about what might be happening behind the scenes. If Kendall and Bella have witnessed concerning behavior from Justin at private gatherings, they might be deliberately distancing themselves from the public Bieber narrative. That's like declining to be in your friend's wedding photos when you know the marriage is doomed. You don't want your face attached to that impending train wreck. Adding to this theory is the fact that Jordyn Woods attended Hailey's Rhode Lip Tint launch party in Paris in October 2023. If Jordyn Woods, who isn't even in Hailey's inner circle, made it to a road event, the absence of Kendall and Bella from the LA pop-up becomes even more suspicious. That's like inviting your cousin's roommate to your birthday party while your supposed best friends are nowhere to be seen. The strategic management of public appearances extends beyond single events to encompass broader narratives, particularly the ongoing saga involving Selena Gomez. While both Hailey and Selena have denied any, Real Feud, fan theories, and social media speculation have created a parallel narrative that shapes public perception. As Hailey's close friends, Kendall and Bella have been tangentially involved in this narrative. Remember that TikTok video from January 2023 featuring Kendall, Hailey, and Justine Skye lip-syncing to audio that some interpreted as shading Selena? The video sparked widespread speculation before being quickly deleted. This incident highlighted how these friendship circles become entangled in broader celebrity narratives, and how quickly they'll backtrack when public opinion turns against them. Hailey has been desperate to control the narrative around her relationship with Justin, particularly regarding the timeline of when they got together. On the Call Her Daddy podcast, she insisted,
people were confused on the timeline you're talking about of like, is she a homewrecker? So I guess my question is, Hailey, were you ever with Justin romantically at the same time as her?
No. Not one time. When him and I started hanging out, like, okay, let's just put it this way. When him and I ever started, like, hooking up or, like, anything of that sort, he was not ever in a relationship. Ever. At any point. I would never, it's not my character to mess with someone's relationship.
But this narrative completely contradicts the fan theories that have gained significant traction online. Some claim Hailey has been obsessed with Justin and Selena for years, attending Bieber's events as a fan and using her father's influence to get close to his circle. Others accuse Hailey of copying Selena's style, outfits, poses, and tattoos in a single white female-esque attempt to become Justin's ideal woman. While these theories might sound extreme, ask yourself, would Kendall and Bella know if there's truth to them? As Hailey's longtime friends, they would have witnessed her behavior toward Justin and Selena over the years. They would know if Hailey had a Bieber vision board hidden in her closet long before they got together. They would recognize if Hailey was deliberately styling herself to resemble Selena. And they would certainly know if the timeline Hailey presented on Call Her Daddy was accurate. The professional rivalry between Hailey and Selena adds another layer of complexity to this situation. Hailey's skincare line Rhode inevitably draws comparisons to Selena's beauty brand Rare Beauty. Both brands have performed well commercially and have similar sustainability ratings, 9100ths. Though they operate in different sectors of the beauty market, Rhode focusing on skincare and Rare Beauty on makeup. But let's be honest, Rhode exists in part because Hailey needed an identity beyond Justin Bieber's wife. It's her attempt to establish herself independently, just as Rare Beauty represents Selena's entrepreneurial identity beyond Justin Bieber's ex. The parallel development of these beauty brands feels less like coincidence and more like competition, a continuation of their personal rivalry through business proxies. For Kendall and Bella, who have their own business ventures and brand partnerships, they would understand the stakes involved in Rhode's success for Hailey's independent career. They would recognize the strategic importance of the LA pop-up, not just for the brand, but for Hailey's personal narrative. And their decision not to attend speaks volumes about their assessment of the situation. What's particularly revealing is how Hailey has handled public speculation about her marriage in recent months. Reports indicate tensions in the Bieber household, with insiders noting Hailey works all the time, while Justin chills with friends and spends time with their son. Even more concerning, friends have allegedly advised Hailey to leave Justin, hoping fatherhood would change him, but it hasn't stuck. Imagine being so desperate to maintain the illusion of a happy marriage that you throw an entire business event just to get a photo op with your husband. That's like renting a bouncy castle for your birthday when you're 35. Nobody's buying that you're actually having fun, sweetie. The most telling evidence of trouble came when reports surfaced that Justin and Hailey arrive and leave events in separate cars. That's not just celebrities maintaining privacy, that's a couple who can't even stand the car ride home together. Picture spending an entire evening pretending to be madly in love for the cameras, only to immediately separate the moment the doors close. If that doesn't scream marriage on life support, I don't know what does. And let's talk about the timing of this pop-up event, just weeks after Selena's engagement had supposedly stung Justin. The whole Rhode product launch feels less like a business development and more like Hailey's desperate attempt to distract from the Selena narrative by creating her own headline-worthy moment. That's like scheduling your wedding on your ex's birthday. We all see what you're doing, girl. The absence of Kendall and Bella becomes even more significant in this context. As industry insiders who understand brand building and image management, they would recognize the Rhode pop-up for what it truly was, a marriage publicity stunt thinly disguised as a business event. Their decision not to attend suggests they weren't willing to participate in this charade, even to support their bestie. Let's also not forget that blind items have alleged depression, substance abuse, and cheating in the Bieber household. While blind items should always be taken with a grain of salt, they often contain kernels of truth. And as Hailey's close friends, Kendall and Bella would know exactly which rumors have merit. One particularly persistent rumor suggests that Justin and Selena's brief reunion in 2018, just months before his marriage to Hailey, was related to an unexpected pregnancy, followed by a miscarriage. If true, this would add profound emotional complexity to Justin's ongoing attachment to Selena, and would help explain his apparent struggles in the aftermath of her engagement to someone else. For Kendall and Bella, navigating this friendship with Hailey requires walking an increasingly precarious tightrope. They need to provide emotional support, while avoiding public association with a potentially toxic situation. They need to maintain their own brand images, while being connected to a marriage that's generating increasingly negative headlines. And they need to balance loyalty to their friend with their own assessment of what's best for her in the long run. Their strategic absence from the Rhode pop-up might actually be the most genuine act of friendship we've seen from this circle. Instead of participating in Hailey's elaborate image management exercise, they chose to maintain distance, possibly sending the message that they won't enable her denial about the state of her marriage. What's truly sad is that Hailey has tied her identity so completely to being Justin's wife that she can't seem to let go even when the relationship appears to be causing her harm. Rhode was supposed to be her independent venture, her chance to establish herself beyond her relationship. Instead, it's become another vehicle for projecting an image of marital harmony that looks increasingly disconnected from reality. The ultimate irony? Hailey spent years seemingly plotting to become Mrs. Bieber, potentially even while Justin was still with Selena. She got the ring, the last name, and the social media status she apparently wanted so desperately. But at what cost? Based on recent reports and the telling absence of her closest friends at key events, the answer seems to be too much. As Kendall and Bella watch this situation unfold from their privileged insider position, they face an uncomfortable reality. Sometimes the friend who gets exactly what they've always wanted ends up with something they should never have pursued in the first place. And sometimes true friendship means not showing up for the Instagram photo op, but being there for the private aftermath when the filters come off and reality sets in. The Rhode pop-up wasn't just a business launch. It was a desperate attempt to maintain a facade that appears to be crumbling. And the absence of Kendall and Bella speaks louder than any Instagram caption or PR statement ever could. Sometimes what your friends don't do tells you everything you need to know about what they've really seen behind closed doors. And if you want more behind closed doors info, click this video on your screen.